Mary Magdalene was an important disciple in Jesus' ministry. In fact, she witnessed the crucifixion and, along with the two other Marys, discovered the empty tomb.
That is why she is the apostle of apostles.
We are often taught what happened to the 12 male apostles, but I wonder, whatever happened to Mary?
Unfortunately, the Bible does not tell us. However, there are a couple of widely held traditions which many people believe while others are skeptical.
Figures.
The Eastern Christian tradition does not tell us much. It says she traveled with St. John and Jesus' mother, Mary, to Ephesus.
It's good to know that John did take care of Jesus' mother.
While John wrote the books of John and Revelation in Ephesus, it is believed that Mary spent her time preaching and converting many to Christianity there. She died in Ephesus, and some accounts claim her body was transferred to Constantinople in the 9th century AD, where it is still preserved.
Wow, it's remarkable that she kept preaching about Jesus.
The Western Christianity tradition has a much different story. In 42 AD, Herod wanted to avoid making more martyrs out of Jesus' followers, so he placed Mary and various companions into a boat with no sails or oars and sent it afloat in the Mediterranean.
Brutal! Do you know who some of her companions were?
Various accounts include Lazarus, Maximin, Jesus' mother Mary, and Martha. Interestingly, Mary Salome and Mary Clopas were also on board. Together with Mary, these ladies have been referred to as the Three Marys because they all witnessed the crucifixion of Christ and were the first witnesses to the empty tomb.
The Three Marys. I had not heard of them before.
Anyway, the boat miraculously landed at Sainte Marie de la Mer, which is located in the southern part of Gaul near Marseille.
Ah, yes. Gaul is where modern-day France is located.
They took refuge, and Mary Magdalene began a ministry telling the people about Jesus. Later, Mary moved to a grotto halfway up the mountain of St. Baume and spent the last 30 years of her life in prayer and evangelization. She died at the Church of St. Maximin, which later became the location of the Basilica of Mary Magdalene.
Wow! Does that basilica exist today?
Yes, the basilica has been a site of pilgrimage for centuries, attracting those seeking a spiritual connection. An interesting side note, Lazarus became the first bishop of Marseille, and Maxim the bishop of Aix-en-Provence.
I realize these are two different traditions, but in both cases, it's exciting to learn how less prominent biblical characters were instrumental in the growth of the early church.
Which is why it's important for us to be vigilant, because someday people will be looking back at us as examples of an earlier church.